The clock is ticking, and the burning question now is whether or not former President Jacob Zuma will hand himself over to authorities. Zuma has been given 5 days to hand himself over to the police to begin serving his 15-month jail sentence. Speaking to the media yesterday, his son Edward Zuma vowed to protect his father from arrest, saying police should have to kill him first. Umkhonto Wesizwe Military Veterans Association members say they will also protect Zuma. They plan to remain on guard outside the former president's home. Let's speak to eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, who joins me now from Nkandla. Siphamandla, when we spoke yesterday, there wasn't much activity, only a few members of the MKMVA. You spoke to the son of the former president, Edward Zuma, who made it clear that they would have to kill him first before they get to his father. What's the situation now outside the former president's home?
Not much has changed. It's just that few people are coming in here to pledge their loyalty and support to the former president. We have established that the former president is not here at his home in Nkandla. He is in Durban, still in the KwaZulu-Natal province. So here in Nkandla, nothing more or nothing much is happening, but a number of cars have arrived here. They are parked near a tent that has been put up by members of the MKMVA. Never mind that the wind is making it difficult for that tent to remain standing. It's really been struggling since the morning with this heavy wind here at Nkandla. We have spotted some people from SANCO, which is of course in alliance with the ANC, but mostly from the Youth Congress of SANCO, and some few members of the MKMVA are still here. There was an interesting development about an hour or two ago when a police vehicle from Nkandla police station came here to the former president's main gate. Well, we saw members of the MKMVA basically going to speak to the police members who were inside that vehicle. There were two members in there, and then they were asked about their visit to the former president's home. Members of the MKMVA asked them to leave their details, saying they will not be able to let them inside the yard or the premises of the former president's home. For me, that was really interesting because, one, we have a situation where law enforcement, the police are being, quote-unquote, prevented by what we can call civilians in this case. Never mind that these are members of MKMVA, but they are not really affiliated to any law enforcement agency as we speak. They are just what we can call private citizens. But members of the police do frequent former President Jacob Zuma's home simply because his security is the responsibility of the state as the former head of state, and also there are police members who remain here who look after the former president's security and safety. So those police officers from Nkandla early on came here to do what we call regular patrols and check up on their colleagues who are deployed here to look after the former president, but they were not let inside by members of the MKMVA. And earlier on I spoke to Mr. Khanya Zuma, who is the former President Jacob Zuma's brother, saying, well, he maintains the same stance that has been basically outlined by Edward Zuma, that anyone who wants to come here and arrest the former president will have to arrest him first. That is Mr. Khanya Zuma. We have also spoken to Edward Zuma today, who has told us that his father is busy consulting with his lawyers. They are talking about two things. One of those things is the issue of the judgment, yesterday's judgment by the Constitutional Court, but most importantly, they are talking about the upcoming fraud and corruption case at the KwaZulu-Natal High Court Division sitting in Pietermaritzburg on the 19th of June. So the former president has been seized with those two matters for the better part of today, but his family members are expecting him to come here later this evening or today to come and have those regular meetings with the family to map up the way forward.
All right. Siphamandla, thank you so much for your time. Siphamandla Goge live to us from Nkandla.